one of our own. He's one of our own. Reece James, he's one of our own.
I really understand.
Hello there guys, welcome back to Yosis Chelsea Blues. Hope you guys are all doing well. Yep, it's midnight. Can't believe I'm doing a video for you lot at this time. Usually I'm off in bed, just sleeping, but I'm doing a video for you. This is your second transfer news. It's meant to be of yesterday, but now it's a new day. It's now August. Happy August to all of you. God bless you all. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, but before we do that, make sure you smash the like, subscribe if you're new around here, turn that bell notification on if you haven't already, to not miss any great upcoming content. Make sure you follow all socials on TikTok, Instagram, X, Yosis Chelsea Blues on all. Let's get cracking. These two players up here on my, I think it's going to be on my left on when the video is put out. Garnacho and Simmons. They're going to take the main bulk of this video because there's been a lot of news about both of them. I think I've got about, let me actually just count. I've got about 8 tweets to get through for both of them in general. And some mention quite the same thing, but most of them are different, to be fair. I think there's about 6 different tweets, but let's get cracking. Starting off with this one right here. From Fabrizio. Simmons and Garnacho are separate topics. It's not either, it's both. Chelsea want both players. Let's see what happens. I'm not the one taking care of talks, so let's wait. Chelsea are working on both deals. Okay, fair enough. Now, let's see what Fabrizio says here. Xavi Simons' conversations remain ongoing, work in progress also on the contract, and it's important for Chelsea to sell players to create some space and then try to complete the situation and deal for Simons. Okay. Yeah, this is basically the same thing here. Xavi to Simons absolutely remains a deal ongoing. Clubs are still talking directly, the same as the players are work in progress on the contract. It's also very important for Chelsea to create some space to sell players to that and then try to complete the situation. Now we're going to get to, I'm just putting the main bits of Simmons. Now, they mention Garnacho. Well, Fabrizio does. Xavi Simons and Garnacho are 2 separate topics at Chelsea. It's not one or the other. Then we'll see if it's possible and see what happens in negotiations. That's basically what I showed you in the first one. Then Fabrizio gave a percentage of the Xavi Simons deal happening. Xavi Simons to Chelsea now has a 75% chance of happening now. I'll be honest, when Fabrizio does percentages, I really hate it. Now we've got this guy, Krish. I'm not sure how reliable he is, but let's see what he said. Breaking Xavi Simons. Chelsea have scheduled a meeting with RB Leipzig tomorrow to try and reach agreement for Xavi Simons. Chelsea want to try and close a potential signing of Xavi Simons as soon as possible, with personal terms having already been agreed. Now Chelsea want to close the agreement with RB Leipzig. Xavi Simons and Chelsea have a total agreement in place of a long-term contract until June 2032, including an option to extend it for another year. Personal terms are sorted. Chelsea and RB Leipzig have been in negotiations regarding the transfer. Chelsea are preparing a €60 million package, while RB Leipzig still insisting on the €70 million package mark, €10 million difference in valuation. An official meeting has been scheduled between the clubs to try and reach an agreement. Chelsea are confident of making serious progress tomorrow. One to watch tomorrow. Hope is there at Chelsea that they will get Xavi Simons. And there he is, and what he will look like in a Chelsea shirt. And then here for Garnacho, we've got, let me maintain my position on Chelsea and Garnacho. I'm not changing my mind. I've been telling you for weeks that Chelsea are interested in Garnacho, and Garnacho wants to stay in the Premier League. He remains a strong topic at Chelsea. And we've also got here from Ben Jacobs. There is an optimism on Simons, but the challenge is that Leipzig, like Brentford with Mbeumo and Wissa, may not want to lose two players, so the first to go out of Xavi and Sesko may make the other players' price more complicated. Chelsea may move fast in the coming days because now is the best chance to get him for the £60 million number over the line. My sense, if Sesko gets done first, it will become a lot harder to do the Simons for that £60 million price. So that is everything I've got on Xavi Simons and Garnacho, and I'll be honest, it's a lot to get through, but we've basically got the thesis of what will happen. Xavi Simons probably will get done in the next few days because the Sesko saga is going on as well, so we need to see how that goes. Whichever player gets done first, whichever player we get the here we go for, is then going to make the other players' deal very hard to do. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully Chelsea can get the Xavi Simons deal done quick. So then whichever team goes in for Sesko has a hard time negotiating. But that's it on Garnacho and Simons. Let me know what you think on both of them in the comments below. Now, let's get on with the other topics that I have. Eberechi Eze. Actually, no. Before we do that, I have another Chelsea player here. I think. Just checking. Yeah, I do have another Chelsea player to talk about. And it is Christopher Nkunku. This could link to the Xavi Simons deal as well. Inter's alternative to Lookman, if they do not get him between tomorrow and Saturday morning, will be Nkunku. There would be an issue with his high salary, though. If Nkunku leaves quick, Xavi Simons' deal could get done quick as well. Because remember what Fabrizio said, Chelsea need to sell in order to buy. The money we could get from Nkunku, use it for Xavi Simons. So we'll see what happens there. Let me know what you think will happen with Nkunku in this transfer window. Do you think he'll stay? Do you think he'll go? Let me know. Now we get on to Eberechi Eze. Here's Ben Jacobs of the latest. Arsenal not worried by Eberechi Eze's release clause expiring after holding talks with Crystal Palace. Arsenal plan has always been to bid below the release clause valuation should they proceed with the deal. Eze remains keen on a move to Arsenal. So, Eze still wants Arsenal, it looks like. So we'll see what happens with that. I mean, if Arsenal do get Eze, that attack is looking very dangerous. Eze, Gyökeres and Saka. Crazy. That attack is looking very interesting if they get him, but we'll see what happens with that. Final main topic of the video is João Palhinha. As you can see right here, we have seen the 3 words from Fabrizio. Take it away. João Palhinha to Tottenham. Here we go. Final green light arrived right now from Bayern. Exclusive detail. Loan deal includes €30 million buy option clause for Tottenham. Not mandatory. Salary covered by Spurs. Bayern said yes, and Palhinha will travel now for medical tests. Palhinha is now a Spurs player on loan. This could be a very good move for all parties because Palhinha gets his playing time and Spurs get their midfielder. I think it'll be very good for Spurs as well, and I think they'll pay that clause in the end. So we'll see what happens with that. Let me know what you think of how Palhinha will do at Spurs. Now I've just got another two topics to talk about, and I mentioned this player earlier, Benjamin Sesko. Here it is. Fabrizio, take it away. Manchester United have informed RB Leipzig that they are prepared to send formal bid for Benjamin Sesko if player accepts the destination. Newcastle already also ready to bid since last week and to match Sesko's financial request. Decision is up to Sesko. So, Sesko needs to make a decision. Manchester United or Newcastle. Now, when that decision is made, I think Chelsea will be like, okay, Sesko's made a decision of where he wants to go. That club is going to move now. Now we have to move to Xavi Simons. It would be so funny if Sesko and Simons were just chatting together and be like, what should we do? Should I, like, let's say I'm Xavi Simons. Or no, let's say I'm Sesko. Should I just take a while to think about my decision while Chelsea gets Simons? And then I'll think, oh, I want Manchester United. Now they've got to come out and pay the money. I hope Sesko does that. If he does that, I'll look him as a Chelsea player in my eyes. But we'll see what happens. But let me know what you think of Sesko and where do you think he'll decide to go. And the final bit of news of the video before I wrap up is on Ilya Zabani. We had an update from Fabrizio earlier, and here it is. Paris Saint-Germain are closing in on Ilya Zabani deal. Here we go very soon. Positive contact with Bournemouth, small details to be clarified, and then Zabani will join PSG. Agreement done between Zabani and PSG on 5-year deal since May, as Fabrizio Hawkins called. Just waiting for that here we go, and when that here we go comes, Zabani, Milos Kerkez, and Dean Huijsen would have all left Bournemouth. Then you need to think about Bournemouth being a relegation team, because they've just lost 3 of their best defenders. That is not good. And I don't think they've replaced them. So we'll see what happens with that. I mean, Bournemouth could get relegated. Genuinely, they could get relegated if they lose Zabani as well. But we'll see what happens. Clubs never fail to surprise me. Just make sure you're here for that Premier League predictions video soon. It will be coming soon. Don't you guys worry. And yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any great upcoming content. Make sure you follow all socials on TikTok, Instagram, and X. Yosef Chelsea Blues on all. I'll see you guys later today for more updates on transfer news. Catch you in a bit. Up the Chelsea. Al Morale. Peace.